Inside Bender Arena after a successful match against the Morgan State Lady Bears. The Eagles picking up a 3-set victory, and a lot of positives in this one, especially from Alexander Kasawa.
Yeah, for sure. Ola's been our top player, and now we're feeding her the ball quite often. So got to try to get our offense running where we have a lot of options. But she's been pretty solid, and I think maybe one of the top kill leaders in the country right now with as many swings as she's had. But we're happy with what she's doing. I thought Vela as well is cracking the ball pretty well for us, hitting a good percentage. So those two have been a good combination, a middle player and an outside, but we want to, have a more balanced offense, so we're going to work toward that.
And here early on, you've had a chance to really see what some players and different options are from the series up at Harvard, and then here this evening sort of playing some players in some different spots. You were able to get Crush her first start, also able to see Orsi for the first time in an Eagles uniform, so those were some positives as well.
Yeah, this is the time for trying different things and seeing what's going to work. You're looking for your combination that you're going to put on the floor when we get into the league here. Certainly, these matches are all important here, especially you're playing some of these top teams, taking a good shot at some of the top teams in the country. But overall, it's finding your rhythm of what works and knowing our league and what's coming up here. Our job right now is to really find our groove of what's going to work for us. So we're trying a lot of players and giving some time. It's a little hard sometimes on the rhythm because you have one setter in for a couple games and another one and then a different middle, and she plays right side the other game. And so, but this is what you have to do right now to make sure you have a good idea of what the capabilities are of the players. And they're quite capable of a lot of things. I'm just learning myself as they are. So we're on the right track, I think, and looking forward to this coming weekend.
Mentioned the Harvard tournaments.
Yep.
That was a special one for you because you got to coach against your son.
Yeah,
how did your wife kind of handle that?
My wife just sat there and kind of cheered for everybody, I guess, when neither one of us were on the floor. I mean, we were both sitting on the bench, so it didn't matter. But, it was a unique scenario. We had actually already had Harvard on the schedule before Jared got an offer to be the assistant coach there. That only happened really about a month ago. So, he was excited. He left some friends at Morehead State where he was the assistant there, and now he's the assistant coach for women and for men up at Harvard. So he's quite excited, I think. And it's great opportunity for him. We had a nice time playing each other, but it really, as much as we had our own little back and forth thing, it was all good. And our team played pretty well, and Harvard came out and whooped us pretty good in the first game. And, we haven't started off as strong trying to figure things out. When you've spent that first weekend and you get beat a couple times in some really close matches, you start to wonder, hey, am I not that good? Why didn't we win? All these kind of things. And they played well,
Sure.
It wasn't great all the time, and neither were the other teams. We're all kind of figuring things out. So overall, it took us a little while to get going in that second weekend up at Harvard. But a great growing step here as we found our way through a close first match where a couple outside hitters got hot for the other team, and ours did as well. And we got better and better as the weekend went on. And you feel a lot better when you're winning a couple matches there, especially one close one. So better than losing those close ones the first weekend.
Now, next up for you is the tournaments in Gainesville, Florida, and that's going to be a tough one. You have two top 25 schools that you're going to be facing in Michigan State and in Florida, so a tough trek down south.
Yeah, in a lot of ways now that this hurricane might be coming up the road here, so we've been talking to Southwest Airlines a little bit here to see if we can't bump our flight back. We're supposed to go home on Sunday morning. And right now, Sunday morning's supposed to be, here comes the hurricane. So we'll see how it works out here. But we've got great matches here. Florida right now at number 2. A lot of argument that they're really number 1 because they beat Nebraska and they beat Texas, who were 2 Final Fours as well. Minnesota they gave the nod to right now in the voting. But, Florida's certainly a top team. We got, one of the best players from our area here has come down there and playing at Florida. We couldn't keep her. Tried. It's a great opportunity to go down there and play big schools. And, we played them here 2 years ago and blew out. and certainly entertaining match. We didn't lay down at all. I mean, it was back and forth. Missed a couple plays at the end to get it to the 5th game there, but we're right on the cusp, sort of like we were with the Washington this last year, a year ago, and now Washington State. We're on the cusp of playing some pretty good volleyball for what we've been doing. So I'm happy with, certainly, our team could be better, but I'm happy with our effort. I think they're trying. We still make some mistakes, but we're trying real hard, and I think we're playing hard, and we got a good attitude about what we're doing, and we're looking forward to that league coming up in a couple weeks here. So before that, we've got Iowa and Princeton the following week after this week, and lots of challenges.
Yep.
And we'll test some character a little bit to see where we're going.
Well, safe travels down to Florida, and that's Barry Goldberg after his win this evening against Morgan State. 5th win of the year already for the Eagles.
We're on a roll.